One of the questions that I get asked over and over and over again is, do I need to use SEO for my business? What is the relevance? What is it? And in this video, we're going to go from what it is, why you need to use it, and how to get started with it. Hi, I'm Judy with Allihopa. Welcome or welcome back. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. We post tips and tricks for entrepreneurs new and not so new to get the best out of their marketing budgets. And now that you're at it, don't forget to press that notification bell so you don't miss any upload. Now, into business. One of the problems that I find normally is that when I talk about SEO or search engine optimization, most people, they don't even know what it is. And they don't understand the dynamics behind it. So let's take a step back and let's analyze what a search engine is. A lot of the times when you have a problem, you might have heard the sentence, Google it. And yeah, that's what we do, we Google it. Now, Google and Bing and the other search engines, of course they are search engines, but there's a lot of them that you might not think they are. Like for example, YouTube or Pinterest. Search engines are pretty much any space where you can actually search for a question and receive an answer. It's like a place where they filter your queries to try to find the best solution for yourself. Now, when we're talking about search engine optimization, we're talking basically about using the knowledge that you have from your customers to build content around. Now, that could be a little bit confusing for a lot of people because back in the day, search engine optimization was pretty much telling your website in the backend what you were about. So you will add meta tags and you will add relevant points here and there, and we will have that situation. I remember back in the day when you will search in Google and then you will go to this beautiful site where there was no information whatsoever, but a bunch of links one after another and a good optimization in the backend. Now, this is not relevant anymore. Right now, most of the optimization goes related to the content. Why? Because search engines are getting smarter. So the fact that you tell them, my site is about A, B, or C is not enough. They will analyze your content and rank you in respect of your brand, your relevance, and your authority, and how is perceived by your customers or future customers as relevant information. So bearing that in mind, you need to think about your content as a way to make you rank high in every single search engine. So before you start doing any type of content for your business, you need to have that idea engraved into your mind. You need your content to reflect the need of your customers, viewers, content consumers, however you want to call it. Now, for that, a couple of videos back, we built a buyer persona. I will link it below in case you want to check it out. But in that buyer persona, we identify for our target customer their goals and, in the other hand, their challenges. And that is the point that you're going to build your communication around. Why do we do that? Because contrary to what a lot of people think when you see these big content creators that talk about their lives and the things that are relevant to them, at this point in time, when you're starting any type of communication, you are not relevant. I know it sounds harsh, but it's the truth. You need to provide for somebody else's needs. And if you're going to provide for somebody else's needs, you might as well optimize it to the maximum. So every single effort you make on your content is going to yield results. Now, when you have a clear idea of the goals and the challenges of your target market, it's easy to build content around it. Because when you start doing the research, you can actually go through the different points that you think in your mind will be relevant to them. And remember, it's always to them. Now, one of the problems that I hear most of the times when someone is starting to build their content story or their content, they want to go into the big keywords. You know, if your company is about light bulbs, they want to go into the big light bulb keyword, which is a massive keyword, but it's a very difficult one to rank for. And why is that? Because there's a lot of competition for that particular keyword. So if you're going hard for the big keywords, when you have very little authority, that might not be the best way to do it. So now, think about this from small to big. I'm sure you heard 100 times by now that you need to start with very niche content. And for a lot of us, at the very beginning, it's like, how do I start with niche content? I don't have a niche, I sell light bulbs. Well, the reality is that the smaller you start, the easier it is to build up. Because when you start targeting keywords that have relevance to your business, that have enough search, but they have very low competition, you start ranking high on the search engines. That means you're building authority for you and your business. Building authority for you and your business means that the more number one pages you hit, the easier will be to be found or to rank in the next level. Now, how do we understand that? So imagine that you are selling light bulbs, like we said before. There's lots of different types of light bulbs. If instead of trying to rank for light bulbs, you try to rank for vintage LED light bulb, much more narrow, it is easier that you will rank higher. A lot of people will tell you, but you won't get the whole of the light. It is true, but if you're ranked on page 23, it doesn't really matter that you don't get the whole of it, because no one is going to see it. When is the last time you actually scroll all of the way back to page 23? You'll scroll to page 1, page 2, and then you will repurpose your query until you find whatever is relevant to you. So if you do that, why do you think your customers are going to do any different? Now, building that is easy to do when you know how to do it. Narrow it down, make it very niche, and start building from there. Listen very careful to any single question any of the people engaged with you will have, because that will give you more ideas of what they are interested in and what are the things that they haven't found any answers to. So let's recap. A search engine is pretty much any online place where you send a query and they research everything they have to give you the right answer. Search engine optimization is leveraging everything that you know about your customers to come up with really interesting solutions for them that are within the parameters of what your business is about. In order to rock search engine optimization, you need to create content completely dedicated to your customers. And when you are starting, the smaller and narrower you go, the easier it is to amplify your content. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you want more tips, you can find them over here. You can subscribe to us here. and you know how this goes. Like, comment, share with your friend, and until next time, bye bye!